Hey everyone, Once Bitten here. So we have another battle report, my Bretonnians versus a predominantly Orc army, 2,500 points, battle for the pass. I sat down the morning of this game and just wanted to create a fun list, mainly using peasants because I recently finished painting another batch of them and just kind of wanted to use them. So when I put it together, I started off wanted to use as many peasants as I could. I actually have a lot more bowmen, but I just don't like how bowmen perform in 8th, so I only took a couple units of them. And then I thought I'd try something else different and bring one Knight of the Realm unit that was just uber big with a lot of characters in it. So that's what I did, and thought I'd see how it worked out. So he has Spider Riders and a Ragnarok Spider, a bunch of Savage Orcs, a Orcboard Chariot, there's a Rock Lava in back, regular Orcs with his General and a BSB in there. I just don't remember their build. Orc characters are always pretty killy though. Some Black Orcs, Wolf Riders, Big Uns, and then on the far left is a Bolt Thrower, a Spear Chucka, I guess. So on my far left I brought some Skirmishing Bowmen, not because they're worth their points, because I thought it'd be fun. 50 Men-at-Arms, possibly 49, and I have a level 2 Damsel with Beasts. Behind them, some Fast Cav. The main reason about the Fast Cav is because my Knight of the Realm unit is so big, I need to make sure I can keep them from being countercharged, and so I need the Fast Cav there to help me out. Behind them, of course, I have 15 Knights of the Realm. I've got a level 4. She took Lore of Beasts, which is something I've never done before, but I just thought I'd try it. I've got my Monster Killing General. He's got a Heroic Killing Blow, of course, 1-up armor save. My BSB is the normal build, 2-up, rerollable, immune to poison, killing blow. And then in the middle of the front rank, I also have another character. He's got the Grail Vow, so that I can bring my Grail Relique. And he's got weapon skill 10 and a 1-up armor save, basically, I think. So the idea there, obviously, is when I charge into somebody, they have to allocate their attacks on characters. I hope to survive with them, and they get all my attacks back. Anyway, so then I have a Grail Relique with 14 Battle Pilgrims, Trebuchet in back, 50 more Men-at-Arms. Now you see in the front left, as we're facing the corner of that unit, there's a red and yellow character. So that's a knight on foot. I don't remember what I gave him. I put him on foot just for the fluff of it. I wanted him there. Once you spend the points for that, you can't make him all that great. So I don't know what he has. And behind them, some bowmen. So there's a close-up of my Uber unit, and you know it's funny because in a way I thought it looked fantastic. It was kind of fun to play around with, and at the same time I felt a little bit cheesy. So don't know. So we go Orc turn 1. He moves up, as you can see. Didn't suffer from animosity. You know, luckily for him, nothing really significant happens. I think he burned through the 1 Dispel scroll that I brought. Then we go to Brett, turn 1. Obviously can't charge much on this phase. My 2 infantry units in front of my Uber Knight of the Realm unit, I'm moving them up as much as I can. I need to get, between terrain and units, my Knights of the Realm are kind of bottled up. I'm not really worried about it. As long as those units are there, I can charge out with them to make room for my Knights to charge through, or if I get charged, if I need to, I can flee with those peasants, and I'm far enough behind with my knights that I shouldn't get charged, and then I can countercharge. So for the most part, I'm just moving up. So Orc turn 2, the Ragnarok Spider declares a charge against my Men-at-Arms. I fail, let's see, rerollable 9 and terror test, fail them both, and flee. Like, darn it. The good news is they're not in the way of my Knight of the Realm unit. The bad news is they're pretty much out of the game. Otherwise, he moves up, as you can see. If you look in the far left, he had 2 units suffer from animosity. Or more accurately, 1 suffered from animosity and affected the other one. So that, that certainly didn't help him. His Spider Riders got the charge of my bowman. I can tell you now, all game long, with the shooting that I had, I never did a single wound in shooting. So standard shoot didn't help. During the magic phase, he used the spell where he could pick up a unit and move it. And he picked up the Black Orc unit and put it in front of his Wolf Riders. And I'm sure he was just frustrated that his Wolf Rider suffered from animosity and got him bottled up. But when he did that, I was thinking, wow, if you look in the lower right-hand corner, that's my Grower League. I've got a free flank charge into that unit, and I probably won't even take my men-at-arms into it. Why give him all those attacks back at me? And if my Grower League gets countercharged, well, they're stubborn 8, and they might be okay. So I felt that was kind of a big mistake. Kills a couple of my fast cav, which I don't care. I just need enough of them available to help protect me from flank charges on my knight unit. After combat, I was actually pretty pleased with how the archers performed in combat, killing a couple Spider Riders, but he easily won combat, didn't chase me down. Very happy with that, because I'm still on the board, and he can keep coming at me if he needs to, and he's not doing much else. So Bretonnian turn 2. So the Grower League charges into the flank of those Black Orcs, which opens up the path for my Uber unit to charge into his General MBSB's unit, and I love that. If you look on the far right, my fast cav are set up so that neither his Spider nor his Savage Orcs can get a charge into my flank should we hold. And it's not even if he holds. Even if I beat him, my flank is so long that if I charge 7 or 8, if I overrun 7 or 8 inches, a lot of these units can still see me. So I don't think I can avoid a countercharge by the chariot. I'm just hoping that if that happens, that's all I have to deal with is just the chariot. So my bowman rally, my men-at-arms rally, very pleased with both of those things. And this I'm very happy with. I fully expect to win both of those battles. Should be able to break them. And yeah. So other views. And after combat on the left, you can see that his Black Orcs are gone. That's a big, tough unit. Very happy to have him gone. Now his big uns are going to be able to charge to the flank of my Grower League, but I'm going to be stubborn 8. So I think I'll probably just hold for that, and I hope we can wear him down through attrition until my men-at-arms can come help out. On the right, I blew through that unit. He didn't do a single wound to me, and we just targeted rank and file as much as possible, and it easily crushed him. That was a lot of attacks. I just remembered, though, that extra character I had, the Weapon Skill 10 character, he brought the mane of the pure breed. Either he or my prophetess did. I think it was him. So anyway, all those horses on the charge were strength 4 on the first time I charged, and the horses did 1 wound total. It was kind of funny, kind of an epic fail of a magic item. Anyway, but as you can see, even though I overran, I really can't hide my flank. But because of my fast cav on the right, the only thing that can charge me really are is that Orc Boy Chariot, and he's welcome to come into me by himself, as long as he doesn't have supporting infantry attacks. The unit on the left, big ones, I don't know. Well, they can certainly see me, and they wouldn't be that far. So I guess if he charged his Wolf Riders out of the way, he might have been able to wheel the big uns and get them into my general's unit. And that would have scared me a little bit. So anyway, there's a nice blurry picture of the table. Not sure why I put that there. Oh, well, this is his turn. Overall look at the board. So as a Ragnarok charged my fast cav, and they fled. Yeah, I don't know why his Savage Orcs didn't get into my flank. It could be they couldn't see me. So anyway, that Ragnarok Spider's killing me. Not killing me, but it's hurting me just because things keep on fleeing from it. He dual charges the Grower League, so he's going to win that. I'm going to be stubborn. And he just moves the Savage Orcs over so that they can maybe get the charge of my general's unit, and if not, they might be able to jump across the board and help out with my men-at-arms and Grower League over on the other side. His Spider Riders charge my archers again. And so then his Spear Chukka targets my general's unit and kills 1 knight, which I was actually kind of happy with, because that 1 extra knight really kind of made me stick out more than I wanted to. Now my original plan was to charge his Rock Lava as a way of getting some extra distance and just getting way out of the way, and then in his shooting phase his Rock Lava blew itself up. I thought that was kind of funny. So in combat over here, this was great. His Spider Riders totally whiffed on their attacks on my archers, and I killed, I think, 1 or 2 back, and then chased it down. So way to go, archers. So over here, you can tell he just whooped up on my Grow Leak, but we stuck around and go to Bretonnian turn 3. So the my men-at-arms at the bottom are still trying to kind of get back in the game. They can't march through the water, so it's not really helping them. My men-at-arms to the left charge to the flank of his wolf riders, just hoping to get static combat res to help with both of those combats. Or not both those combats, but that overall combat. My general's unit, I just tested to march and march 16 inches straight forward just to get out of everybody's way. And then, you know, no matter what he does on my next turn, I will just reform, and then if he charges me, he charges me. There's nothing I can do about it. That is a big, unwieldy unit. And I think it definitely needs, if somebody wanted to go with that tactic, you need somebody in reserve to, kind of like my fast cav did, but maybe more so, to come up and keep you from getting countercharged. So there's some other views. Yeah, I like my odds in that one. The problem is, when combat was done, my men-at-arms killed the wolf riders, and so then we're out of combat. So we were able to contribute 3 wounds to it, but certainly not enough to really win the battle. You know, I didn't have 3 ranks, a charge, and a flank. So the Grower Leak's just hanging around, and my men-at-arms are as they see them. Now the big mistake I made is I should have reformed them so that if the Savage Orcs charged, they wouldn't be getting my flank. And I just didn't think about it. Savage Orcs are kind of far away. I mean, it's a decent roll to get there, but certainly within the realm of possibility. And I don't remember what I was thinking, but I just kept them as they were. So in his turn, he charged me, and I felt that was... well, not really unfortunate as much as that's the death of these men-at-arms. So his Savage Orcs come in their flank, Chariot in the front. My guys are not going to be steadfast and are going to lose by a bunch. So that's not good. Ragnarok charges my skirmishing bowman. I fail my terror test, of course, and run. Getting tired of that. He tried to redirect into my men-at-arms to send them off the board, but he failed his redirect. I think that's twice so far this game he failed the redirect. Anyway, men-at-arms easily got beaten. Grower Leak is hanging on by a thread. And we go to Bretonnian turn 4. So my men-at-arms finally get out of that river. My big unit of knights at the top do a reform and able to do a swift reform, so they come up. So probably his unit of big uns, it's with my Grower Leak. Even if he wins, he's going to get charged by me next turn, and I'm going to get those points. So there's really just another angle of it. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's showing. I just like having blurry pictures in there. Yeah, on his turn, his spider charges my men-at-arms. I fail my terror test again. So it's funny, I'm failing every single terror test, but I'm making all of my rallies. So his Savage Orcs and his Chariot really can't do much after having run down my men-at-arms, so they just kind of come around so he can snatch up points from my bowman on his next turn. So during the magic phase, you can see I'm starting off with, let's see, probably 14 Knights of the Realm plus 4 characters. Yeah, that's 18 models total. And then after magic, so there's a wound on the one sham. I don't know if that was there or not. Anyway, you can see after magic, he throws that vortex through them and kills several of them. Luckily, because of her, they have MR2, so that helps a little bit. And then, hate the blurry picture, but just showing that his spear chucka kills another knight, and the unit that started off so uber is now down after all those wounds to what I normally would have started with anyway. So he kills my Grower Leak and reforms. He's just reforming to face my inevitable charge. So I charge him. Over here, the men-at-arms decide to rally. After combat, yeah, you can see I lost some knights. That's dangerous terrain. He didn't kill any knights. I did lose my battle standard bearer in a challenge with his character. He had a character in that unit, and I felt that I was pretty survivable with a 2-up rerollable plus my ward save, and it wasn't to be. So hated to lose my BSB, but otherwise beat that unit pretty easily and overran them just to make sure they didn't stay on the board and keep all those points. So his turn, I skipped the picture taking, but basically both of his bottom units charged my archers. I fled. He caught him with the chariot. Um, over here, he's bringing his mage up just so he can cast spells on that unit. And he cast that vortex through him again. And because I had this +1 strength and toughness buff, I don't think I lost any knights, which I thought was pretty fortunate. Otherwise, yeah, my men-at-arms, he charges the spider into my men-at-arms. They fail their terror test again and run off the board. So that was a whole back and forth all game long between that Arachnarch spider and my men-at-arms. Failing terror, rallying, rinse and repeat. When all is said and done, he ended up losing 4 out of 5 characters. One of his mages, I think, blew itself up. Possibly I killed him with my archers. I just don't remember. But anyway, he has 1 spellcaster left. He lost everybody else. And of course, he has a spider, his savage orcs, and a chariot. I've lost really all of my peasant units, with the exception of the trebuchet, but I've got all those points for a 15-man unit of Knights of the Realm, and I have, 3 characters. I guess I lost 2, 3 out of 5 characters. So we added up, it was really close, and I won by about 250-ish points. So technically a victory. It felt more like a draw. I think under old 7th edition rules it would have been a draw. And who really cares anyway? Just a real fun game. I felt like the knight unit was a little gimmicky. I wouldn't want to use it all the time, but it was fun for one game. So anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.